ede achre ye be ye no ede achre mafidie no na say de okodi na nsema okaye di nyina na accountability a aba bedru ba bia yedu but big time in between time and every ya calling and last week you can want some children and minority caucus ewo brush be jefie eba be pm ewa santimanem ha from whom mighty few, yes, mighty few, Nipa 88 and led by the minority leader Alex Afenyo Markin Omo EBPM ewa santimanem ha edum blue light ebe share the course March 21st itiene omo baya omo so ababe donation kakra ede ebua edwadifuo a omo blue light and the pieces name important actually ejato ho 21st March a edi omo ewu no na ebe omo ewokru omo wokru minority few ewokru say said American you show videos nibi so edi achiro but the gina mu na okika on sase no omo present 200,000 edema yet sir mensa aka mpadifo bi ewa ha eye MPs bi ewo fie a ya ne omo ebe twetwe nkomo and then how to so brepa all the way from their constituencies it be in their Kyeremanteng how baba be pm but a year party any of mine who do know and then penny for ewa na openia me introduce no me saben kumso aye the MP for New Jaben South constituency Brebi Ababesne in 2017 no executive secretary for the free zones a year authority free zones board no your board yes or no your penny and for another free zones ano now or share swa copy 2021 I did a to na 2021 or the juma to because na or a year branch be the a year parliament in Okoi 2021 7th January and that will take you as MP for New Jaben South constituency. Enti ene openi ewa ha na openi so ebe ye deputy trade and industry minister under a year NPP administration Akufuado led administration or no ye deputy trade and industry minister. Enti ene ofia make I work with the Pako Dada. A year honorable Michael Ochi Befi is my guest on the show this afternoon. And then wajibre what's nase. Now enya nonko and then every Kyeremanteng constituency bo MP and so ewufi hadom and then every na honorable Seth Osei Akoto honorable Seth Akoto and so ewufi hadom and every na honorable Seth Osei Akoto so the agrek adijai agrek ya na maso ewo form that Kyeremanteng for those so feeling no na say na me the constituency executives be bon kobo honorable Seth Osei Akoto yede no ebe twetwe nkobo but me babo akwa aba prekula muhu omo edim epeli fo me babo gina akwa aba ewo djumadi so
anya da se bebre eburu
na pomu eyede ye there biase honorable Michael Otsebe me babo akwa aba
ya dokoro
me da se so say one respond bi abitum say constituency et say
yo me that's be me chair o production team ewie and I'm so arrange kese pa ema ye chairman one the governor of the region. Obama party in Juma Koso Chama WONTUMI and yana Juma fi na yana Echarepa. Bibi Juma Amako Nyabiye. For Chamuina and Damasenso. Nyamwanka, Ibimo on Manka, more than unemployed graduates and young people and competitive fee and so much government. And I send them the must have on. My country is in Vodia Boko, New Job in South, Oboko, Bonibieniho, Yamia, to a baby and on a party for as usual, no more than Kofungakra. By a war so warm. Timidity said, who say the whole country need Kufudia Pet, Ghana MPP, young Huma Bayanso, send the minority few, happy minority, your parliamentary, in set skills and media mind, competence, what I did party Juma, and they said they can't say a party in the Nasu View, Yayonti, MPP, na bokonso mehene ho ye
ba na boko na ye ni adwuma wo ye no zones board so anase authority na ujai eco parliament fiti ho ye nshi anase menya akoya ene ontwetwe nkomo wa fige so pay branch be jefie ever say so call what to say
ho boko on say politics no Ghana politics no the ultimate to be episode ye could drew so member of parliament which it is a honor politics no otia se na hu politics no ye sense wo ye politics na ye corporate politics the and now cheda hu politics ni ye me ye student politics no baba ye corporate politics na person ye very deep party politics maybe you think 20 year match ho and I be also fa o mine ho ye kanu only sinkunya ejetre mine ye fa mine ho plans ho na mbre bia e be mo Ghana ha ye ho na asemi e be ka be mo mine no tumpon na mo na hwegu ye kanu enti bia obia pese okudru and pese or ye member of parliament
okay
no de sum ni crew no boa lobby project about crew and no what man koyoyere with this 4 years no with that best both on the floor of parliament and in constituency because parliament adwuma a twofold ye baby mienu over your floor of parliament chamber ho and our parliament nyina adwuma auto office and our committee and I say wo floor wo chamber ho adwuma and the parliament adwuma and our constituency adwuma ni mienu na so but also you need pa constituency so so mo no mo to ba now to be parliament and so do for say open your parliament journey ye pa your constituency that one a recipe for disaster and it can cost you a lot by the grace of God ye ho ye na ye and na nyame adom and na constituency no it is modern by e so born no one e so ye the constituency also and we have initiated a lot of projects and the maybe be away room and they aboa am buying so edumakoso it is so far so good na parliament so by the grace of God me a ranking member on the trade tourism and in the trade industry and tourism committee of parliament me jam mashib embra shibem e kokitwa na name committee so medium animo committee so I
transition a team and that's a speak day
I was a member of the team
okay
government team 2016 so I was a member of the government. As well, 2016 I was a key member because I did a lot of the transition single-handedly like me friend is saying distilleries I did national service secretariat scheme I did scholarship secretariat when we now mean kwana me am I buying 2016 winning elections and at this one so me jina me minister ho honorable Kiti Hamon ni jina ma buying trade subcommittee and governance affairs and main committee no juma boa country and your party are buying also
Mate, ono mabema ono abo akoto akwaba na afi kobo at length. Ono abo akwaba nso.
Ye buru minia.
Na o ye ti.
O rather do me ho ye pa.
Ye da ya be ase atwumampo niafo nso ho ye pa.
Oh, rather dom hoko.
Ono area wo me ncha siese ya nsa makọ ono abo be fi so ade ene dim se caucus no eba asante mantem ha na mo be ye presentation bi edema blue light for. But even before we go into all that, at Mabudia constituents shall we here na obeka gachaba azadi because said the other honorable Befikano, yes, you have a responsibility to your constituents at Mpudia. Then I will catch no Mazani, every rank one.
Dedi kind medmas. Some Kusaka Yang Siamraha, Yanu Machuchen Kobo. Nothing so cha at one point Apuna, Omomania Kunya, Sende, Ubitie, a chia Bunina. Maka we no na mebeka sa at one point de hoye to abayi yehihye noma se ekode dase ya se pepepe na ase bonisi ye assistant secretary the friend Nicholas bache so kunya kwaya na chese ofrimu sebe amanyo sem se unia bia frimu a na de se uye nyina no ese do to ho ti ni be for no party for ni atwampo ni afo nyina ye se ye twen na ya kura ni na chikra sana ya timia science form ampa e kura ni wi so no ye de na se asore na shase e ko bi afa wi afi ne be ko enkroto no na afi akona nanum ho yakọ uma ho na yakọ party ma ho yakọ do ma se aba etu ye no omso adawroma enene yebu bia nyakwanya yakọ parliamentary yakọ kugina umanem na afi suso ya fa sa akwanya no se parliament so yakọ bosome ensa ya ba fie na de esiye no a fa matam no biso no mache na bi wo so mo sare ma me ne kwa ekoka eto de akọ eno nhwehye na sisi gusue ti atwampo ni ade okọ
mate obo eti enko no ba ko ba mesa ba wonche bi why me da say enti me dey ono ba fi ensha se de de enkomo ewo ho no mo pa e bia fi watching fi dia ba beto ado honorable Michael Ochrebefi MP for New Jabin South Constituency in the Eastern Region. Sounds like you just heard from Honorable Seth Ose Akoto Odo MP for Achuma Mpunia Constituency right here in the Ashanti region. In Talk Ghana, Jumadi so area. Honorable, and can be between me and presentation call Edu Blue Light. I don't see that walk town. How did it go? What want to say?
It went so well. I mean, yang and baby. Say yen before yen you fruma ehye tanti memo yura open so na dawroma yura na refi wadaroma echiao so me hia enti yen ye to aba okrom ha me ka Ashanti region na even Kumasi block akra yen ni nyardo enti mp ho den enti bi be Asante me bia mpp asempa to asante me aye nyina ni je sense ye to atoye nkrofo na atoye ya asembone so toye ya atoye nkrofo atoye ya enti yan na wo se show concern pa esobia sense yan nkrofo am to ma ye da bia na semato ndi o se no ko apart from that no yes so ne say ya sede as members of parliament so say show concern see aban point me adwuma ni nyina judgment be hot ma ban ya na obi so yibi yensom ni munsom nipa na ye kabo me aye na nyina yi enti bi di se who here say MP party Nkansah national executive Nkwamba Yura Bamian Kwamba Yura the Japan Kwamba Yura Nana Poku Prempe Kofi Aba Yura Educhum Aba Yura Patubuama Aba Safo nyina the party nyina aba ye minority cause Nkansah so en hye dan kire mbre e mu se ye nuan maba be ye de enso o se enso ye di ba homam no gafo nyina ne asepman nyina ehu se asanteman mighty minority na yama endit for dam no nsia no da omprum ompese obi abeti omkasa no yesi krom na biom ye bae ma omu hu se de yama yen no ye nua so ente de anwasem ne se menimi pani a otimi nchen mira akoto ye ni party mpani fo nyina ane ye in leadership make parliamentary leadership ye nyina 90 fee a life ewo 90 fa krom na behwe ene yesen keto then focus ye nu ye ho afemo na msemo nyehwe ye o mrebele
na mo ganja zo munya no
na se bi ya ma fe no se nche bi abato be saba emma obi me dada ho se bi ka fa emma de ngofo kan o me ye mo kroko de jon on ka jere mo asem enra se me ba cocoa prices me to so na oba ba ka bi fufuro o ma me ka jere mo se me bad in 3 months galamsey me to ase na on ka bi fufuro o ma me ka jere yes by 24th of April na double tracking near twem Ghana tin twem no sa e akokoshe 2027 on me ka jere so onya kwan a covid etwa mu dada mu suji covid to me twadu dade na wo se wato so eko 2028 obaji to na ku 2028 sa ban no na ban bo aseteman yen ya ban ene yen ye pe ene beti aboa aseteman nti ene ene msuye eno ntina minority caucus no ene party leadership omo ha led by Chairman WONTUMI ni mpanyimfo ene national executive members bi Yura Nana B ene mpanyimfo o party no ene party at the grassroots level omunya bohwi na behwe ene dwaso yedu ho nyasem ketwa ene hu se MPP and the Fafi Yampa omu de yedi aniom sebe mo yeden ya yedi animo ndi be biako enso ndi be biako the mistakes are no mo se correct ni aba ya ba na watayechi na mo ni yakubio
ate honorable ene enkomo pi word ba be person be do eberem ba be chance every baby bia obi be se e yi comfort as a deputy trade former deputy trade and industry minister me chance say Nansade ba ko a etete wiase afde gina wo international news tie bia hu se 10% tariff I didn't number wiase afde gina he say Ghana yet be aba betri so as a former deputy trade and industry minister but I say be currently a foreign affairs minister say or the ambassador to nas no more adwendwene ho na wa hwe say betumi aye ho bibia who dey say na Ghana baby ejina sisi no your export won't no I bad after what do you think should be the way forward
yo me das be brave was he ade ba kwa e o si hu ne say asema aba no e asikese ye fa no boko di kan me so eda Mr. Se o hwe me statement ba abontin on behalf of the minority caucus and me chere de oso mo ye intentem in the statement no me chere de oso mo ye intentem me sa call GH1 any station that say akase mo ye so me call me ka say e wo say immediately on fresh exporters ni nyina obi a o export to goods ko American market bi on frɛ no on frɛ the factories nyina no trans on frɛ stakeholders in the exporting business na me no ka say last Thursday na twam no ya de twam no ministry tie de me kan no omo frɛ exporters nyina ani omo hia amomo assurance say aban ye ho bi that is what we you can say governance oban bo you say ye nyese ye kyerɛ so di ma ye mom direction they have to follow what we say because you need know ye me kyerɛ say you have to do it by the grace of God. The minister listened to us statement no you offer Thursday I put pressure on them say they have to call the exporters He did it. You see,
not just one for exporters and ensure
and trying. Okay, can see the old order of business, and as a world order of business, you know, and trade, no, a idea for some time, and Obia the Yejuma. All of a sudden, you know, why your numbers have be more, my plan, my retreat, my management share, my more target for the year, my numbers. Minimum said this year, be last year, Munya say, so you are more projecting an increase in profit maybe of maybe 20% or 30%. But some staff by middle of the year to be a mid bonus of say, my numbers in every Munya say, mutual tax say, now by first quarter of the first month after the first quarter. Now the old order than idea Juano. Now America for what there as we're trading
out of the blues, just like that.
So you see, the big players in trade are fighting. Was now America for say do now China for. And the China market is big. And you want some Becca China market, no. America for China market. See, because see the middle class in China, no, in China, no, is even the whole class, no, is larger than bigger than the whole American country, you know. Only the middle class. China for middle class, no. As you say, America population, you know. So you need them, and through unilateral arrangement, you know, change the order of trade in the whole world. So it's going to create a lot of international bond market talks ever for low, multinational companies or low to affect profitability in business and so that's what's happening. But Ghana, and say, a very big player in America in terms of say yes, what they compare China in America for we're not able to compete with those Asia champions, you know. We're not able to compete with them because the American market no book at a very cheap rate and a price. In the entire American market, they will get a lot of buyers, but we cannot charge the same rate near competing with them in American market. I can see the kind of say maybe a China for the people here kuta oba ebeton 2 series yes we there near production ha 2 series the kwa yin na is koton a 2 series o me nya to so no 0.5 pesos it compete because we collapse business no. So America actually is enough the African countries no na America bombo in the America the concessionary arrangement by the type of President Kufuor, you know, African Growth and Opportunity Act. So AGWA, no, the AGWA agreement was signed to encourage 35 sub-Saharan African countries to be able to trade in America easily, duty-free, quota-free. And you know, intentionally, America intentionally, and that arrangement, you know, it is non-reciprocity arrangement. I don't know, it's not reciprocal. It means that whatever we the corner America funga say mo me mamo Ghana for cause yes ya me no kasi ye charge American goods be enter market be 70%, but America for the say om there ye fa ni me be a pe bia do be run market o om nche do famra e ban so I trade bia in trade duty free quota free, two things, duty free and concessionary. And you have in business out of grace arrangement, Gracia, because interest can be out. But America product Ghana has a Ghana, America 70%. Go for him, and they are not America. Go for say, and then we see you charge you. Yeah, America, you know, America is the only international customs union or bloc. Arrangement with us, no, non-reciprocal. In other words, customs union no pen and name 55 African countries the kokon through AGWA can say momo charges can charge all the other blocks no charges ka oko EU blocker EU Ghana trade agreement UK Ghana trade agreement what I say it was very difficult and a very unfortunate thing I told you last 2 years making so out of the blue, companies be said be a DTRT. They employ 6,000 workers. DTRT, the biggest garment company in Ghana and in West Africa. Almost export last year they exported almost $80 million of garment to the US market, duty free, quota free. $80 million duty free, quota free. This year they are expected to export about $120 million. It's a budget that first quarter, how much is the target? Second quarter, him. Yes, he come to pay duty. But the unfortunate thing, and they say, we are speaking the truth. Gonna for some between this and BBC for the arrangement there or that no, because America for one day in come back for them to give us wave Sebia, yes, I want the quiet say America for some okay say with they can do it, but I don't know whether they will do it or they will do that. And you know the watches, trade watches, they marketing watch, almost watching the trade markets. You know, almost say it is very, 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 very difficult for America to waive. The internet maker say what was needed. No, calling all of them to give them comfort. Say. Yes, because almost thing. So on bags Ghana market it will create a lot of problems for us. Who say Ghana NDC for policy almost flagship policy to for our economy. No, it can only thrive on industry. The industrial sector, no, and the industrial sector thrive over. And it is a industry big jina ejuma ebeye. It obviously you can say company that DTIT on Pam you American nipa 6,000 from job in the year. In Ghana, nipa 6,000 a Juba could pay optimal judgment. Do you know the effect? It is not small. So what I told them to do, I recommended 3 things. The first one I'm recommending you say immediately they should call them, they've done that. The second one, no, is very important here. We should encourage them to take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Because the African Continental Free Trade Agreement has come to stay till after the whole world. Can't you say customs union, trade blocks, they're very customs union. Africa, customs union, never know. African Continental Free Trade Agreement. 55 African countries, 54, excluding 54, no. The only country I'm signing Eritrea. All the 54 countries are signing agreement. 47 countries are ratifying agreement. Ratification of agreement, let's say, they are ready to trade, do business. Now, that this customs union is the biggest customs union in the whole world. The whole world. Yeah, customs union is super. As also be a combined GDP of almost about $4 trillion. You didn't see that big, almost about 5 trillion. Sorry, $5 trillion. Total market size of about 3 billion. Yes, a good one. And the virgin market. The market is a virgin market. Market we are seeing the markets have been contaminated and penetrated. Before penetrating market render. As saturated market, the markets are saturated, and so people are now developing new markets. So the only market I want future African market, I can say, I said this, so mimicking, and it has been ascribed to me. I said this event in Cape Town last year. Me say the African Continental Free Trade has come to stay, and they say now it is an opportunity for Africans to take advantage of this opportunity. This after we have the opportunity to take advantage of it. Make sure that we explore Africa. Africans, we have to explore Africa and exploit ourselves before anybody coming to exploit us. Because you see, it is a statement I'm making here. And go for or no, go for referred. Say it is an opportunity for us to explore all the areas that we have in Africa. In Ghana, Yanko for Namibia, exploit let's get in Kai Krum.
That is okay.
So if you exploit the monies will be left in the African countries, so that we will not now need support from IMF. We will not need. See, Afrexim is doing wonders. Afrexim Bank. The Afrexim will wonders. So they are prepared to support us. Say the Bay Africa, Yenko IMF, Yenko Bretton Woods institutions. It's the trading sector, no. The only hope for us as Africans is to now take advantage of African continental free trade. Luckily for us, all the protocols have been done. Rules of origins, yes, establishing in including even car manufacturing. May say that's the only thing we have to do. In Ghana here, every year beyond 100,000 vehicles are imported to this country. 100,000. Yeah. Okay. Out of the 100,000, 70% of them are over 8 cars. Used cars. Sorry. Second-hand cars. Yeah. Second-hand, 70%, about 85 to 90% are over 8 cars. Over age. So, in the market, 100%, 100 vehicles are the ban. 70% are second-hand vehicles, 30% brand new. In this country called Ghana, we have now 7 vehicle assemblers. Basic semi-knockdown. I mean, we have the basic assembly. Till all these vehicles, companies, produce 14 different brands of cars. So if government decide to now buy from them intentionally, say through the procurement arrangement, government pass a decree, a law, say finekwe, and make it get a directives. Every institution should buy from the market.
Okay.
When you go to Tangier in Morocco, a company called Renault for they employ Tangier, the industrial city of Morocco, 60,000 workers. They produce 1,400 vehicles a day. 1,400 vehicles a day. 60,000 workers. 60,000. Tangier brand now Nkansah employs 30,000. Yasaki, the biggest acquiring manufacturing company in the world, employs 8,000. The biggest tire company, Michelin. So my point is that when you're able to do this, you go to the starting here take advantage of after. Nearby local industry to survive. No, they will go for us, and Africans will be the ultimate beneficiaries of this product, of this policy. Sorry, and the policy has come to stay.
That's the 10%.
No, because after the 10% tariff from say America, you charge 17%. It is for omono, you charge 17%. And then almost 10%. Say we pray in America be mobile, but as to whether they will reverse
with Trump, I wonder.
So in the Osifa plan, President Akufo-Addo, the whole Africa, this concept called after Ghana pay any baby president no any who G after Musi Obia or say on my SAT friend of National Coordination Office. Country be a munibi. Your penny is at the first. And as I'm talking to you now, your National Coordination Office or your static office, no private data on other countries, no or static up on office. And so I buy we buy a Oguno, Oguya Diano. Only a our territory appointment. No. Oh, National Coordination Office. No. We will guide Ghanaian exporters to intentionally guide them to trade with other African countries. It be a very guided trade arrangement by through the National Coordination Office. Every year, you find Ghanaian exporters say that if every region be micro small medium enterprise, so we export. Maybe I say the money now cooking. Now, the money now cooking and near match more. Enti ye bedu market dey certain bit market na Kenya mo partners pakanta paso ba on paso to madie no ye match mo. And we did that with Tanzania and Kenya in touch with the National Coordination Office. Ye no and other countries in Africa say there be will be that concept will be that. And the one for your national coordination officer no say he's setting up, but when this current government came, no, terminated the appointment of national coordination officer, terminated all the staff appointment.
And as some say, how
can something, a policy that has come to bless Africa, and ye champions? We are the whole of the secretariat, you know. After secretariat, the whole Africa, Ghana, so Accra has become the commercial capital of Africa. Because the office, you know,
yeah.
And ye host too.
Honorable Michael Ochrebefi, medase for that. I believe say abino said you watch no and said you all can omo be take bibi e free because asema about easy omo ya Canada say hey Canada so ebubom China ebubom Ghana no there
big markets. They are first world countries.
Yeah,
and they don't tell you to be. Yeah, America. Rough. Rough say.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, 10. If they are to make a 10%. Yeah, 70 10% count I 27. America fuku kuno pesa mwa 50%. Jinya
Sadia omo ehie mo no oil dey yi no dey omo afabia.
No, that's America.
Omo afabia.
That's America. America has always sought their interests. They see their interests to the detriment of other African countries or in the world. They America be rebiano. So person di bonia, obedi bonia di openo of bonin kano. No ogunishi. No so some. It is what America is doing to us, Ghana, and say all the oil exploration companies, all Ghana in American company, almost all of them. It's about 1-2 people in American companies. Those companies, you know, almost the America refining crude, you know, almost continue overtaxing to say, oh no, or the Beno, or no, to be brave. Hey, and also why exploiting? Why only a year agreement at time on Nunya Hovaso. And you know, Osade, you have a try to select all. Oh my, Honorable, may I say, cross over the member Honorable Akoto and Che. Honorable Ebia, Honorable actually with a year 10% tariff minimum. Remember a few moments, I'll be sure then come about so comfort zone. Now, Yasha, a year, a great Nikoko, it will answer me, Kakla, because I don't know. Now, saying, oh, yeah, to think, but would you want to delve into a year? Okay, it's been brought a year, but said you to be a cover a year topical areas. You are so much into a year agriculture. Members of committee crowd war a year deputy ranking. Honorable, last year, Baba Twaba, who propaganda NDC for a year. Title with a year, be Coco. I buy Eddie Freeze 495 cities, the Bab here. 3,100 cities. You propaganda obu year in your calculations be obu a year. Now say last week you heard my say price remains unchanged. Obia kabia for all of a sudden yes so almost see and disregard this our report no na committee price na you know buy and at the end ni board in tea be the year to take no but what being in that year that's a what the ewo edomo koko die obo betumi atum na obo ka 6,500 I just say crap on calculation I can say 7,000 8,000 but yeah presses still obo fan ko be obo ka see you but what are your thoughts
that's been me me sha say free her ya kwa pro no nana do na ban etukoko mu 2023-2024 season 2024-2025 3,100 yenu almost say omu die and 60% of FOB price the my farmers omu so yeah ba Kenya also it be cost 70% of FOB Emma yewura eriko poku ane oya rikim sano di animu a trace so no a trace minister for finance the si Nkansah ato forcing esusu ko dra platform so e kasa say omu kra dey be ma 6,000 per bag of 64 kilos tobe sa ana aban asisa na ya no wure free say yani Ivory Coast for so assign agreement senka mre bi Ivory Coast for price beba no as Ghana for to so near price no eyepe enti tema Ivory Coast for price here dey 3,100 no so dey 1,800 CFA dey per 64 kilos and a world market price so kwa dey cost and there politics sa afa ko da na dey chia Ivory Coast for so much to mu dey no e ko 2,200 CFA what the back Ghana sikamu a 6,553
okay
afena yenko busa se yeso so aban no den be amai kuafo e ho asem no busa enne kra enne ya press conference e wo ho na de pese ya kire de se aban no animanimu ya no onto akuafo no mu they say Ivory Coast for 64 kilos no what the bag Ghana skamu a obu chai kilo 64 kilos bia no obu 535 Ghana cedis and Ivory Coast farmers no eji chai ye kwafo and ya ka chiro mu se omu suso no enfamra de obu ka 6,000 and afei omu akosia and acting chief executive officer acting actual say omonye prepare so but Kwaku no my
it wachro yeah prepare
but ana anu achire no eno masaya press release e hono wa ka achire o say sa committee do mo press review anyhow two omon fa board so am enti omuntimi nye two issues na abontin
not just the first one no the watch no say enya obobetum that's right yabe omo acting chief executive
no amu acting acting
there's a deputy ba ko ba no de kutu azizi
ha wono ena se nya de ombetum ba ye no ye nyina obi aka bi akuafo sus na mo anam so ombetum ako 6,000 afa no mo ye press release from Cocoa board say heading kan omni board na board na hwe amiatum de to bio o masa aka say omni price review committee no esusu eni ho ye nim sa asema mo kan enye no price review committee no member standing committee ye yifri the some tumu na sa frɛ so institutions na committee no committee members no so ho no mo be hia na yerutum sa price review committee no minister minister sesia na o ye chala no
Eric Opoku
chairman
and I said obetumi
and it dey tell say football no to nkrofo ani so aboard the day of away hu be say who run that be wo technical people are supposed to be part of the review committee no so so wo committee so say nkrofo isafo mofafo when nipa bebre ne dom ye committee no this why do so person to Kwaku no dia adenti na wontu na de wo mo ka ya santi ase ne say say a 32 billion ka bi wo this 32 billion ka no na de yesu ye person ye kan say sa ka no aye be enfie du akire o ka o ne aboabo no na aduru sa Cocoa board aye institution eso mtimi ye adwuma ni enya sika ni etim di tuatua ka no enti ade de no da baabi de si ato Kwaku mu a ade na mo se eno so de ye ntu and one seven that we will say and today I press statement I catch a band say abaye we say yes I'm 60% montiasia number 70% and yes rabbi say when I sign foot no to go and for no to cocoa milk for as so narrow na cocoa industry so entumpon so wo che se sa no me ya ma yetu sanso ba ko de se wo mo borders ni nyina on cocoa no e be ko akwakoton de sa ha adwene kran so ne se ye wura edunu office no wo ani se bi o ma yese wa wo ko ton cocoa I was mago cocoa no ye betimi ape bibi kakra na de aba na se ye nya intelligence report free ase we mpese de o mo betwam so mo betwam so dia na se cocoa buo no a e wa Ivory Coast no e so sene ye de a ye gidi se mo amunim se cocoa no e fa eden e be kwa abonten se so wo hwe hyehyaya nkrata gu anum a ye hwe mu a se ya nhwe ya ye benya be 1,200,000 metric tons 1,200 metric tons of cocoa ne boye 600 million USD sika ya nsha ye be hwe no man mu hanon enti asema abeto hodo ye de ka kira ban ne se yesra nara want to cocoa no for my crafo
but honorable what sha na propaganda keke no the sad time na so mo office no mo purchase afi no mo hu light
that's why we nim say na yenuanum see yo mo politics fa yenuanum de say pe bibi say ya pese ya ban mu dia ye be kan sem bebre akua ma akua fo so edi akire to abam de ma wo mo afi mo ban mu dia nti dia wo kan propaganda enfutro no mo tugu akua fo ani na afi mo mo tra ban mu dia musi jade a mo betu abatu cocoa no mu ye de kan say minority a your parliamentary kan say eduru mra esese aba wo so wo tu cocoa mo de makuafo na kuafo nso hoto wo mo efiri say ye ne Ivory Coast farmers wa Ivory Coast no enu abi na wo Ghana na cocoa do so say person maintain the second position in the world dia necessary aba nso so ye de otum edema akuafo yes cocoa do nyina na fa cocoa bitimi swagu koduru Burkina Faso Ghana cocoa etimi swagu di Togo ebi so ka la Côte d'Ivoire de na so di extra de say omunya sa ensamsam na omo keka no pepes mi onom da ba abontiri nyina ye enfuturo no tu agu ni Ghana fo ne kwafo enya de enokre ntom cocoa no fa makwa me call a year honorable Befi Hobio a year budget statement empo abai present here or babetna akoye so no generally as obia wo ye so much into agree no want to say question bro you make say is there hope for the future we share a year of budget statement present here there can say so share and this manifesto me for agree ho a baby agriculture for economic transformation agenda. Na sano no roll out Feed Ghana initiative. Memory day now omuko launch no wo Techimai. Na wo share Feed Ghana initiative no a. De omu a mpeso mu kire ne say. As say yomu ye projects bi a de aduane beba. E de atosode beba. Ye redua. And obu project ye redua omu so pese edua moko ni tomatoes nyina wa ha so da ye nkwa abontere nkofa bi mma ye pese mo abro eba Ghana ha afesu so omu pese omu ye land banks chese land banks no so pese wo ye akua ho aduma obekọ no ebia ne asase bi wo ha yesi bia monye na momfanye akua no ebi susu so mpeso mu kire se enkoto enkukọ nketekete ni nyina ka Feed Ghana initiative no ho afesu so mpeso mu ye farm services center mpeso mako 50 enom de ba ukeka we nyina bomu a obuso mpeso mu ye feed in industry esusu ka agriculture for economic transformation agenda official manifesto mu sanu me okeka nyina With the budget bar na budget no 1.5 billion Ghana cedis pay na dia masa no menyina na dia nwa ne se aban a wo so ba what ministers so with the link government be adwuma office of the president inquire 2.7 billion compared to 1.5 billion a nimse agriculture no so e de hunsun sanso be bre o man na adwuma kura mo kamo na eka o so ekwan ba ko mo person mo fast mo de adwuma by agriculture na person de adwuma ba through agriculture there adent na wo ye budget with the 1.5 billion and na budget me ne san hwe ni sei ba bia 2014 amman abibirem amman nyina mpanimfo kohia e Malabo Equatorial Guinea enom de ensetim krata so say Africa ha ye opportunity a esetim de boa man timi tumpon na enoma ye ne kɔ nanim no esese o mebia o de nsahye sa krata na ase no ese o ma be budget bia obeye no ese de 10% eba agriculture 10% na ye ba bia o ma travel no aye ya ma wo mu Nigeria for year research bi o mo try na edunsunso bebre o mo locating 10% of the national budget to agriculture no edunsunso papa bre o mo ye hwe die say aswemiesa na hwe agriculture so o memu ha JD Ministry for Food and Agriculture baako that of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development that of Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry miensa ni nyina hwe aduane ho asem na ehweso so wo budget a so wo ka sa ministry miensa nyina percentage budget de ma wo ka bo mu 3% kura ministries ni miensa 3% of the national budget na as senke kwa agriculture dunia de upusa no me jidi se enya die bia esese ye de ani tuso se de ombe bibi fufuro bia bibi fufuro bia nsi de omo kase ye di sika kokra mo kokra tomatoes kokra onua no enkosi ba bia so sika no omde ko agriculture mu no si anfa bia nka ho na sisa sika wo ya no mso omde ba agriculture dia ene minu amom yantumunda na normal na ekra no ye be ko so akra e bi kura be kra se ne ekra no
aje se nso ba bia asem
da pronso se sia ye nu omu ka ho asem se mo se wo pese mo di agriculture e create job ye wura gusita no e ba Parliament House se 24-hour economy no woni e da hye ne nsa so mra no me chirichirim na ye nyina ehunu se ne ekọ obakeka de wada ho agriculture component of it no okeka we nu nyina se de be ma adwuma e be ni sei na de be ma adwuma na we budget ya na 1.5 billion 1.5 billion no miense hunu se mu 226 million e di tracker e mu 100,000 eco irrigation intelligence so tititi saskan na free mu de be dua ne no ankasa de na kakakra bi yekoya na ye bai yes
na just do na beko ekadum ebi beko
ebi betiaka ye di beko irrigation omse di beko ekoto machines tractors 1.5 billion no na de di be dua de no ankasa no de kakra bi se wo hwe emo your 56% friends say dependence as see a cra almost 44%. A broad duru bi no tie kofa planting na do mreso a yewura wo so free akutu kofa planting for food and jobs de ba na ye no ya nya bia nkwade abronko ade na just abu body bui banchi bui enyane bebre bui na de enya no kase budi a adenti na normal no ebo ede edene momia nkese sa time no a na ye sa dwumadie no sa time no na covid bae no sa time no na fertilizer near to 250 Ghana cedis per bag no e ko 400 Ghana cedis per bag this ekuani ne ye brebre na o di fertilizer okoto no di gu aburo so na o di bega so a enye wadwene se ebo no e be kofom e be kosro de to so bio transport e ji se okọ sebe nkrase na akọ aduane de abakuru kesiem tata am so no petrol sem ne ade de transport so kosro to kan nyina bomu a na ma aduane bo ekosro na ma inflation food inflation no ekosro then you know the politics and I am here planting for food and jobs but sikani e credit shame no that time na so sino musika mu de shame sisi anu kran mu say food inflation increase na mumu dia mumu de zika to bia akwache mu no na bi de make kan say agrobi ni edi wo memwa si amfa agriculture adwuma na ansie ni so amana brode be say anya priority dia and then the GD said, Canada, you know, baby.
Honorable Seth Osei Akoto, MP for Achima Mpunia, right here in the Ashanti region, or no, and or deputy ranking, agri committee, food and agriculture committee, or parliament. But that's it. Masaba wunche ebio, but we be yadi, near maybe so. It's NDC there. It was a propaganda. We should declare cut Yibia for a Ghana started year patch. But yet, when we did to talk Ghana, Juma dear so any member Renfisa and there Honorable Michael Ochrebefi Ewaha, Yedeno Chuche and Komo. Sansu na you just heard from Honorable Seth Osei Akoto. Now, Mesaba a year Honorable MP for a year New Jabin South Constituency, Honorable Bear Fiswa. Now, the person you share one topical a year, those who make rounds a year boku and Sensibia. Now, since you know, dear, Utumuse, a Jinsem, per their last week, IGP, a coho, I just say, to me, ye bold to you aboard the cam. Now, share some statement. If you say a responsible statement, excuse my word, but I don't know Sadia because I mean, and this need be better me a bold and make a reference to a year in summer, a year the president, a year His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a year prior to elections. She said they should be ashamed of themselves, but any police will be yakum ewo boko and pay sorry it is news no almost your motorbikes so yakum aji motorbikes now actually baby is getting out of hand yem penisa but honorable per a year boko ensensem no fit last week emu asapeja ya a year honorable ayari Ghana nkomo ko shene dan a year honorable ladi ne dan house police for won say do ko sheno and na niema basa akoso ya shi police for car shi police station a year divisional commander ya shi defie and some akoso ho no Jensen Nkansah who say boku ensensemi age longer but
yo mate me das be mira wadawro ma ni dikai ekasa ohana yekase boko ensensem ene nema esisi ho no et se de ensensem esisi o baby a se alavanyo ene nkonyafo ena te se baby antokwa tribal conflict esisi no na NDC for mistake komo ye ne se omo de asemo ye politics meno kasei honorable Mayarga untimi kokrumo oduo pa oya de MPC beti he can't enter that place it be so no mama Mayarga or no krono ono member of parliament
Yantenka and one statement we are the by police or
he was at that time he was not in the country.
Yeah, he was not in the country. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, untimi call sure ngo be nti asem na se mo se boko nsem na so ngofo se ye komendra me ba me ni ko police ye na me so ai onya police adwuma ye na frɛ me nti ndo anwumre 11:45 on bonkofo ni Tony colleagues ni omo the same station on bom to be 9:30 11:45 no ko fat to go because we do fam see ma to ko fat to go to me so kudu ko fodi ne
opa che we dwane afamu
police me se on ko fa also comfort to go in Fasima to comfort to go to Simu 11:45 and you on the colleague back.
Not just the police no journey cry.
Yes, people don't know the history of Bokwasem. Ebi kura mpanyinfo kura bi anom nim ti asem no asem no say ete yen openso out here yewura o se do bebi o a ne ho den opewumpeo ese ohene bia ogana ha ti asem yo yewura openso ote ano na ho den no etra ekodu suma opewumpeo etra ko brikum etra ko sampa etra ko kenyase etra ko warara voter off as a yoti a track of Jessica, a back of Odia, Open. Just what make you. You can't do anything about it. You're open swore. I watch Ote Asante Bemwa. Kumasi Anote. Region now Timun Asante region. But now they know. Actor yedite regions. Okay. Actor yedite Bron region yet no. Okay, actor na yet na ye no. I just say yeti region we. Ahensem bia ohwa ohine bi ti bia na ho den ewo ha no. Act we emfa de ho affect no. Doesn't affect the act. And by extension, I'm sure it will also apply to other jurisdictions or regions within the country. Enti Bokwasem no e krom yin no mo kotokwa. Eve ba kusase for kusase. Ene eve ba ko mamprusi tiu. Kusase for he daguma for a north na north the whole northern Ghana. 5 regions na kabuma. Yeah. Go for am tribe no mo doso pa. Yes go for mo doso omo den omo rebia e daguma for. Daguma for doso si obia north. So all the 5 northern regions no kura ana tribe omo buo mo so omo ye omo si obia ana se omo doso kuro bia be hu so omo ye majority o oba south ha okọ bia zongo bia omo doso o he daguma for bia opa ko zongo bia omo doso o he daguma for doso no en daguma for doso omo fi wa omo to aso no e kusase for but kusase for no omo bia se daguma for bia no na I 2 tribes no ewo amudi omo boko ene enkewo bongo for ka ho puziga for ka ho omo sa eri ho omo sa enkewo bobu nya okaka ho asem ne say Nairi a one of north east Nairi a overlord no ono na ho de no e tribe is here ye po ti asem me cheche mu yimu enti Nairi a ho de no e be si ho no Nairi ni amam prosini na omo se kusase for doso enti bu ana kusase ni no dihere ewo ho boko because the dihere wo ho as let's say paramount chief but the overlord no a overlord no na you no chese or prince wo betie dihere na to be dihere. In other words Nairi na wo den no to me wo the way you say okay me choose obi and I will say ana yen kusase for doso na man prusifo and be say say ye mu ekru ha yeah and the assembly say sadia and sadia and ye mpre ye bekontokwa and to na gine mu and NDC for esa on be ka asem ye raba hombia anim asem wo huri bebia o before the asem share no omo de share MPP party ni nya say a party no na ye yakochia man prusifo achi against kusase for etino oma kusase for mu bebia kusase for mu wora kusase for mu savannah kusase for mu atwuma omo kofodium na to beti aye because gofo ne catch am say before the share yen yachi man profit for chi yenim ho hwe mi ra uti asem say NDC for emra asem si ye no ye candidate na wo ho no ofikrom ho for 3 months ye candidate ozi yen MBS ye candidate open tra ho and before the election about time kakra answer about so we knew we were going to lose badly in that area till politics there Mahama Yarga is now pretending to reserve or no jaha but the mame ne ma me no fi man prusi ana ne papa fi go boa onim zadara. So why was he now championing the cause of the classes against Mamprusi? Onim say wo no we half oba ekusasi ni na ma me Mamprusi ni oba ekusasi ni now ada na onye fair na onye vivi. Now ono presidential candidate John Mahama ebe gira simple so ka say mbati new region ama kusasi for seba kusasi for nkwade omo nko jamba bi ebio mo ba ensem hu ekokoso na obi fa bi a obedi he wo ho mo twam olwakuru ndi membe ne bia ho omo ka se na omo si ye ene ebom se ene egu omo hire ene so ma gongo etiro ambe win election said yo omo de cocoa price na crocodile de john no sana mo de we crocodile de john and o be gina ho about some weeks to elections anytime NDC is in power no there is peace. You know why he said that? Okay, no Mahama Yarga was on that same platform and compressor no one kept something different. He spoke before the president then candidates spoke. He spoke before him. So and the compressor no one said no but some okay me presso and one can and now some about person odoje odoje e work usuo we also odoje be say to sikwam udwi noje tie Mahama Yarega cannot dodge tie odoje be say be sikwam ma na gina ha all of a sudden after the one say wo fanam e man bruise for and now kasete man bruise for say man bruise for oh no you didn't know that you know and you benefited from this irresponsibility. This irresponsible utterances from the former candidate who has now become the president of the country. When he passed that irresponsible statement, you supported it. And not do a nene koje wakatua also wo doje. O de ujen fifi wa, ujen fifi bia, ujen kusasu fwachi. Kona kusasu fwa ni crucify o. Ana kusasu fwa no promise you say, buba power pa. The first month buba power no. Make sure say a kusasi person who become the chief, and the current chief, who is the chief? Current chief, I will be on some for the strongest person. Maketi Rujamom. After the munya are difficult. In what and this one is difficult, so we have to do what?
Two phone calls.
No Miro John Mahama Yarega NDC for Mubu Hura Mubuna and Kamuji Shah small boys Biachi Amamunatam Mubuna I am Fubia Amudi Yura Asantemura open so baby yes mentia and the name year for my info small boys bia omo no akonya no enso tre any class bia ewiase sa info na omo kasa de bia omokatia otufo no that info no party be pa no omo champion of course Ghana. Don't let us pretend me see ye cast mo nka don't should not pretend me say ahemfo no ahemfo almost sorry Europe so na ni ye for social media no can sem na na sa ahemfo no me mobi adin ye nyina nim sa ahemfo no sa ahemfo na omo te baabi wo o hanu no
ye nyina ye wo
sa ye wo pa party be mu omo di wakuti ba me se gofo na hye wase omo nye Eurabore omo ye pretend na mu sikwam me say tie Yura wadaroma bone peace in Bahomai. But I want to put on record where it is not the position of the minority, it's my own position. Say Mahama Yarega and President Mahama neutral. They are for Kusasis. They should go for the Kusasis to crucify them. They should go for the crucifixion. Because yes, we better send them weekend. And the boy was here, Bob Hammer, Hammer, near South Bob, and Mahama Yarga, a bomb, I said, no, they need to be crucified by this bow. I'm not talking about fiscal crucifixion.
Yeah.
I'm talking about say the one can also much work to ya. Ultimate Nkansah we na vere asem na ya na mama yaga my you know my uncles my mother is from
and I'm okay so you
why did you say it then and one can na me say aban a omunim crocodile john here crocodile john aban omunim crocodile john number one they say something one buyer hey my busy then no Ghanaian autopat intimacy and pay last week because I was empa I said the same thing Mikasa or GH1 I said the same thing Mikasa or Joy I said the same thing Makasa or I said the same thing. Me say there are 3 groups of people. Some of them are extremely hypocrite. 3 groups. Omo me answer ebi mo ha omo ye ya nyaatwom was a group we mu. Dey kan mo broker journalist. Journalist ebi no nyam nyina mo ye nyaatwom tom pa hwi ya to sabe because me tell you say mo hwe say ne ma ko aka sabe ka franchise Mahama Yarga me leader of parliament yero Mahama Yarga ene yero omampani niam kan ya entosum at that time kofo nya hoden eye party bone na mpose doje na obi anka antwom makwam gisa me ko fi me fi kofo de betwom makwam ba
honorable ekwa bi so be no be ya adwen ba be so be yi blame di bi dey journalist be no dia be yi blame di bi there so all neutrals
the to so be no tiere me ka me say nipa biensa first one no journalist second one e hwan civil society organization groups la even from who neutrals no hey in this country there you didn't obi neutral me ka chero
Professor Jampo no mo ye neutral Martin Pego no mo ye neutral
show
Kobi Mensa no
e wiase mo odo the time of old Gaman Nasa he went the Cold War no you know who he was supporting. Gaman Nasa was supporting America and Russia at the same time. These 2 boys no because he wanted to do that Suez Canal. No, so Osiris, you know, America, help Tamachi secret. But do nipa ba also abstaining. I'm neutral. Or tin near to no. Egyptian president, former president Mika. Kwame Nkrumah down for. Na me can answer no. Nkrumah beginning no Saturday or Nasa. Any secretary no formal defend non-aligned movement. Also, we make Jeffy. Nkrumah also Jeffy. Non-aligned movement. Oko Russia na dem na education enema. O jahanama na America na say na America for to Jacob. Me say anybody who is in the middle biano, you don't have life. In the book of First Samuel, check it. Share the battle of David, the Philistines and the Israelites. Bible say the Philistines were on one side and the Israelites were on the other side, and there was a valley between them. Middle way, there's no way, there's a valley. You know, sank for neutrals na who hypocrites hypocrites now so and they neutral and they say customer you neutral they be a hypocrite. You heard these neutrals, you overheard then the candidate John Mahama, who is not the president of the country. Then your kind what here and then okay people from what you're not saying anything. Yes, Yanka. The last group of people of women a bit more hypocrites. As of for a bit as of for show or maybe yes maybe I had there and yet and this before said and before your Pamunkophobia drum 2017 and just by weapon with you. And you say, you may need to be a guy. And this MPP, one idea be much about NDC. And you don't be also set example. In this case, Yera Mahama, he has the biggest opportunity in history, and the history vindicating. And I said, Ghana, his name will not be written in the annals of gold in Ghana. So, Omesiapa. You know why? Because he is the only president of Ghana on only one term to make history. To correct all the wrongs and to make sure that bibi anya biara no ba ye but ono be say no wo akoba wo experience and we so one time pe o drink contestation bi o it also bibi afro now mo hwe na ma wayi mo kola omo ya dwuma nyina dia mo twa tight ni ofrema mo nyina say asofo ni bi it's a hypocrisy you were not able to say anything about it and asofo we mo omo tape President then talking about the Boku crisis kusasis ni maprusi o ka mutibom sanse odinya political advantage intino o man carry ene asema ba na President Mahama edoja instead of o meka anim no nom na bakwam no o mo dia ho ene nyankopo yi kufafi awie nyame asamengo seme even Mexico and they have to be crucified. We should not spare them.
Thank you very much, Honorable Michael Ochrebefi. Honorable said, Osako to remember when you are because Boko the Minju so what change
Unia Busaria. Meninia Befi, ya papa. I didn't make Kasa. Sabi, so pre 2 minutes. Uko jira how no kase bia ope bia. Na fe hu sunsan so ba dia. Afe de muso yemfa ko dan yura. Mo kane de no sabi mo anwene ho. Boku nsambro. E wo se o Ghana ha edim se anhwe ni ya. Enko fa sundwi e ma ba bia aka bia. Na enso ye be ka kira ba o ti so ni se. Wona ko fa sansem ni nyina ba. Po aji pisusu nko jina ho a woso asemo ko kanso no se emrantua mo tom boda se ekoban se itimi solve problem no wia mo ye bo police ye ba mam kwa mom ene se ba bia mo bia be kontokwa ba bi fo bia be kontokwa da ya bo mo police ba mo kwa mom ko police sansem se mo nya na ma bokun sem no ntwa dia ba sro mu do se boku ga Ghana ho to enti ye ba sro mu se omun kamunu kramo obianti ni aseku sase fo mrantie no se omudika na nsoso asundwe mu a ya besere mu na mpanimfo ebetu ho anamo no mu fa ni de kwanso ema wo mu na nyesa mu pese mu kodi hini wo ho no umokunkum ho ebeduru mra bi no a asakora mbakodi akonya na nipa kora ni boko ho no mo abaso mu na fa so be na mo ya ko adide ti e be sere bokufo se di animani ya de boso mi ensa di babia boko ya ku animu no ye nyina fa pai bonta chire na hwe sa asumdwie eden beba boko na anya sa nkankanka ahemfunu mienu no o magu kotra boko a oso asum omu nyina mfre no ma asumdwie mra boko anti sa o ma etimu ye o ma ba kope bokufo ni nyina dwane efiri suru ho no mu nyina ba fom ha ye nyina ye hede ye ho bakire ye ti ye besere o mu ekun ba ya na ma na emobo ye nia ma eni na wo emobo ese mu nyina gudem obi antimi nko school untimi faticha ni nko untimi fo bi anko na so ho no de to atope ye besere o mu esasumdie ema bokufo na emom se wusu di andisifo chi dia eni kurum ha ejabetum na kakra na kanon
but enche 10 minutes to 6 per for no so per ebetnase but honorable enka ye wo other matters abepese be come with budget no 14.75 ni 4.02% ni nyina eko but bedim say bia betumi aye no brief ababe na afi moti afidie so ye WONTUMI TV die na yes party na say yetumi fire ntuma panso efra na ye hwe ye restructuring of the party near futua Mosumo de Bema Party for. And with a year 14.75% no former yes electricity and water a year 4.02% no as a former deputy trade and industry minister. Remember what you take watch the watch the kakradafi body future no ama party for also ediabame.
Se unim NDC for the omnimu ye. Maka se omo ye crocodile John for. Omo ne political party omo promise bibia bi omo promise nyina no maye otherwise. Omo ka kire say COVID aba Ghana ha. COVID na bako. Sila yen MP for ye ji COVID levy. COVID levy na ye je no ye nyima ban o ye ji ede ma president Kufuado ede gudu fie ene busuafo di. Omo ka sasem no. Enjo ba emra on betwam ni di kan no COVID levy ka ho. Me no ka say me nyama wuti me NDC for COVID levy wuntwa mo tom gusu ho. As a matter of fact, omo to COVID levy so omo pia ko si say e go 2028 enko si Crocodile John party. They said to us, John Japo, Madam for Pamira, Nkofo, I remember me come as a minibino, because Madam for Minia, but we didn't no credit and no credit, and to sabi home. John Japo, Eba, and Slim Pinsu, in Simpisu, Ebe Case, ye and before, ye perceive you go mine, ye perceive a man for echo some comfort. 80 any other talk electricity tariff room. O you so worse no dia me be kabi say inti yen ye be say nkofo e be so ne nkofo nyina wu ne ho toy hwe Ghana fo hwe di Ashanti region fo boye NDC for committee. I'm saying this on authority committee say baby a betimi am ho akere mo oni be MNG aban sem ne amaye ho bio Ashanti region ha enti de say dum so omaye meeting say baby o madum to akoso kese pa ene Ashanti region say be ya modwome say modwome gu enti modwome say no modwome gu a na afide mo pese mboye party enti oni pa he Ashanti region do so anko amunya
enya sam ketuwa
ene de 14.70 ya to le this so enti say ukoto prepaid dia ukoto no ukoto ya oto Uri shemwa 40 by account as about 14.7 that other meaning say eya na swati ndene o ta ni go ma edino se bia anka edi 10 minutes a ebete so wam ndino se ebedi be ya babe 6.4 minutes or 6 minutes na ekwa ndino weno de mpesa mbu yem no se mpesa mu kum no omo bomo bemusu na mo bemusu wia na fere mo kum afi ase na mko na ne mu ni wiase bio me say NDC party no enye party esum no that is the essence of what they want to do to us omaimu so de mu ahyehyehye oba ye yen omampani Akufuado ebeto eka bebre da ho enso obaga na nasum mo ba ye mo semaka na mo ne ka na mo na ho de be na mo e de mayo mai masa de sa tariff we asaba you see electricity tariffs and water tariffs that is not the way to go mesremo o me ni na ho e bi o meka advice no meka sa ye ne o ye pa for the bia fly bia ko up so meka so be a first demon
I think I saw that yeah
no but it's unfortunate but my point is that meka bi what to say sa kasa bebre and anyone be nam kasa radio so and away I say we need era from Bob Watty say we need all the demons, we have to sack all the demons one many demons no demons no man meme nam way enemy ra osakoto yeka obi born so bo say ne ba ye garam say yeah. From Watson, any born Glamse.
Yeah.
Yes, or no, your minister for environment. And was a man bag Lamse, and the Kofu to a bet because of that idea a console. And personal Nebania Galamse.
Oh, me, I mean, the star story that she be it was established. And you know, what and Namo Soa, you lose your vote to be. Because Gofom who said, oh, yes, I know. They were angry and aggrieved, so they voted against us. Send people will in CPS. So I can say, you demons in your one demons. Who are the demons? I will be someone. It will be some year.
Like I say, one demons. I want to first demon. No? You are the first demon. If you are calling people demons, say Nkophobia demons. I know not a first demon, because this is not a time for such irresponsible utterances. Sir, utterances where you hear my parties here, party in Kabum, and then Yamyadum, mighty minority, any party, and when you are Bray Jumano, as I the hope will be any new energy, Abba Platinum. So the base now is coming up. You won't pay. Base now, sorry, a boy in Nipania Geno. After the been so high, a pagani could Miss Ramo. As something my Munamuka say, Miss Ramo. The advice is that let us be guided by the way the words we speak. This is not the time for such utterances. What do you mean by Yansaki demons? No, everybody. Who are the demons? Politics, any elections, a game of numbers, positive numbers. Game of numbers. No, we need everybody's input. And who are the demons or refer to? And obia who demons? Because one more be adding. And I may be some. As a panel member and as a guest or TV show, they say who are the demons?
Professor
okay, Unimana, can you hazard the guest? Yes, I can. And I'm going to say, what guest can you not say? When he talk about demons, he talking about in go for one party, no, elusive vote. Yes, if I talk about demons. Demons are those people that and number most are party lose elections. And you know, yes, near can maybe a lose election be. And this is what the Galamsey boychi. Galamsey a lose elections bar. No bizarre, could be. Now we are Galamsey. Mr. Derby, now but to be, Mr. Derby. Mira set Osagoto. Now Utukamse, Derby, now but to be, Derby. Mira, Professor. From what now to go and say there be never to be I and if you lose elections not galam say kahwa not demons then you are the first demon but then it is not correct for us to be saying those things. We have to build a party unity now. Don't be saying that okay yeah you better do demon no. Let me show you.
But I say honorable, but sorry, no. Your take on the tariffs, electricity, and put advice to a NPP for almost 80.
Anokwa. That's why I'm a say NDC 4. Atima Salko Yanshisha, who can almost PRC 4. Who can not coach a PRC?
Okay, craft almost say IMF
conditionality. And nobody trouble 2 foot trogum crofone. Oh, Koto workers pay more. What to 10%? Ye 1% ye levy. Now workers say you'll be any agent. 10% in your two electricity 14.75. I'm going to work at Tianoso. Anunkwa, and so cry. I'm going to work at Tianoso. Your best say. Say, and this is for say no musi your politics or memo. Your best say your party for say. Say, see a dear. Bosumi me and say, Bosumi na you. And I know my way in a P. And also soon to yes, party for say. Someone who you're kind. You can't want to know. And you never quite with him. That's so. Asante for baby say. Achia. Ne mui tia na chia sabe ye mubi se yenkoto aba ayankoto aba no ena nsem o mu ka de da no ebe because ema o mu nya no na no so kesenti sa se sori koto aba kamini se Nkansah sai aba ama se dum so Ashanti ruji bebi abefa bia dum so ufa me kwano so nkawe ko nyire hini ko hokra de ase kane akra ye nso kane akra adentresa basa emrate ne maba mu ye adwuma nyira da sumu muso the 24 hour ababa bo me nya adwuma na de da hono kram plenty mu ho ban a dey and that is about cover dum so aba ye be sro mu amamu no e de show mu nsa no ye sro mu se o mu ma gani gana fo ni ye ma enti sadia ebeduru mrebi no ya amanyasɛmfo kra mpo ɛna sese wo kɔk no obi kɔ kasa mpo a na ho ayɛ hi me de dia na me dwene ho no because ye beba begyina so aka nsɛm no afi ye the power no man a ne ye bibi foforo ɛba ne saa ɛma amanyasɛm kra nya akɔno obi ahu sɛ sɛbe ye nyina ye dɛ edi ntro ye bɛsrɛ sɛ o man mu wo mi enchiche o man ni enka no kra fa enkyere nipa afi me ba ye na party for so ye di nkuguo edi ye no wo trase eya na so mesrɛ mpanimfo sɛ subo na de bowei na da bowei na da kawe mu mani nyina nkoto enko atbre party mano ene se eni ye de ye trase be kan mobom na ba bia ase djuma ase ye djuma dene na 2028 esa abemu esa abemu na me gidi se eno ma ndisifo ye die boso me ekọ na epei ena na ekọ dwomu ena ya bamabu ena ya ese ena ya ese so the best party for me start from party mpanimfo se etimi kan hu bom ne ya dwumade a menim se 2028 abano be ekọ amaye ne enso so wo fom no enso so yemfa de atwam no antu yachi ne nyina nya dwumade ne ya dwumade menim se ye fa ntoba pa fra 2028 na de me ka kire the party manon
mate me da say honorable Seth Osei Akoto MP for Atwima Mponua ewa Santimantemana saying that Shanti region Bribi Ababeste Kona or director of crop services ewa Ministry of Food and Agriculture. It is that time no planting for food and planting for food and crops. I don't know if it's here to be refi. Food jobs. I beg your pardon. Na or director of crop services no ewa Ministry I don't know so Sansuna honorable Michael Ochre Berfi and so former executive secretary Free Zones Authority na Nche Krano Suno deputy minister for trade and industry and or MP for the people representing the people of New Jabin South Constituency ononso yebedana papa T24 and yebedamase se mobile na money Ghana for so ababe share mo thoughts yebedamase papa yami inshira
yeni yase das
okay
das papa
yo enti ya twa jumadie no so peske etnase na peske etnase dia na chese yeni omo betwetwe nkomoni ahwe juma omo edi ewo peske na make say peske opani memo akwaba
yeah
na ho de
obo ade adaro ma bibia ye kama pa
ya me ase ya bi ase peske boy nkomo yentie
yo me dase pa ma memfa nchia kese ema adofo no nyina
ade na nkan pese obeba na yo yentie
nchia kese na de koma adofo no nyina na ye da adofo no so ase ewo adanse adofo no die ma adanse no no abasobode kese na akode ama peske se ekwan a